Hi ladies and gentlemen, it's BarkBits here. What I'm doing here is a top 10 list for the top 10 underrated Disney films. This is not going to include any of the animated features that I plan on covering in the videos to come. These are all the other movies that everyone should see but most likely hasn't. They're really more of my opinion than obviously fact, but I really think that these are worth a watch. So here we go, the top 10 underrated Disney films. Number 10, Homeward Bound: The Incredible Journey. Now I know that a lot of people have seen this movie, but I find that a lot of people haven't seen it in a long time, and it's really quite sad because it's very much worth a watch. Fewer and fewer people are showing it to their children, but it really is quite a cute movie. It's about two dogs and a cat who get abandoned on a ranch and go through all this time to find their original owners. And it's quite a cute movie, very heartfelt, and it actually has animals acting like animals while thinking like humans without the negative repercussions that usually result from that. Speaking of, number 9, Air Bud. Now, this has become kind of a Disneyland before time in the sense that all of its many sequels has kind of diluted the good intention of the first one. You know, the one where there's one dog, one full-grown dog playing basketball, you know. It's a very warm, heartfelt movie, despite the illogical event of, a dog being able to play basketball on a junior high team. It's still a very warm movie, and it addresses the difficulty of divorce on children in a time when divorce wasn't as common as it is now. And it's really a cute movie. Go see it. Next up, number 8, Hocus Pocus. This is a must on anyone's holiday list, and it's certainly one of my Halloween favorites. It's about 3 witches in Salem. I know, it sounds stereotypical, but it really is a very cute movie with incredibly thought-out characters and just a very cute storyline, and it's got Max Goof as a cat. What more do you want? It's also got these 3 actresses who I think probably do one of their best performances, but I don't know. It's up to you to decide, but I really think that this is a movie that should be on everyone's list on Halloween, and I really wish they would play it on TV more. Number 7, any given Miyazaki film. Choose one. I don't care. All of them are fantastic. Miyazaki is essentially the Japanese Disney. He has the same fantastic ability to direct these animated movies, as well as put his own creative spin on the world. He's just this fantastically imaginative guy, and any of his movies are equal in quality to me. They're all fantastic movies, and I wish more people would see them. You're probably wondering what my favorite is. I don't really have one, because like I said, they're all fantastic, but I do kind of like Nausicaa, but any of them are fantastic. Number 6, Bedknobs and Broomsticks. This is actually exceedingly similar to Mary Poppins. In fact, it has the same adult male lead. It's about Mr. Banks and Mrs. Potts going on an adventure through all these animated lands while being live action themselves in order to find an amulet to find a spell that makes inanimate things move. I won't tell you the ending, but it's quite fun, and it's a very cute movie, and I find it almost identical to Mary Poppins in a lot of ways, and I wonder why this film didn't get as much press as that one did. Number 5, Tron. Now I better say this quick before they make their god-awful sequel, as I know it's going to be. Tron was a movie that came out in the 80s that actually a lot of people underestimate. Now the new sequel's probably going to have better graphics as it did, but this did have really extraordinary graphics for when it came out, although you may not see it as that now. But it really was a very cool movie. Not cute, as all the other ones seem to be, but really cool. Has real villains, but it's real and yet it wasn't. It's a really cool movie, and I feel very saddened that most of my generation has only ever heard of it due to its brief cameo on Kingdom Hearts. Number 4, Darby O'Gill and the Little People. Now, there are very few people I know who've seen this, and the people who have seen it tend to be Irish, and this is their way of expressing their Irish heritage. And there's nothing wrong with that. This certainly is a great movie and a great representation of Irish culture, but it's also a great representation of the Disney movie-making skills. This is a fantastically done movie with all of its special effects before computer animation. And it has one of the scarier villains ever. Ugh. Anyway, this movie is a whole bunch of fun as well as a great, just suspenseful film, and it should be on your St. Patrick's Day movie list every day. Number 3, Old Yeller. Now, I know a lot of people know about this movie, but I'm surprised to learn how few people have actually seen it. Now, a lot of people are like, oh yeah, that's the movie where the dog dies. And yes, that is the plot somewhere near the end. But that's not all this movie is. This dog came into a family's life at the time where their father went off into the city when they needed some encouragement the most, and he really protected and helps this family out. I won't give this away too much, although you do probably know the ending now, but it is one of the cuter movies ever, and I do wish more people have actually seen it. Number 2, Song of the South. Now, there are two things that people know about this movie. 1, Zippity-Doo-Dah came from it, and 2, it's racist. How do they know it's racist? It was banned for racism. And on a normal note, I'd say that's a good way to judge something. However, in this case, I have actually seen the movie, and I don't find it that racist. It stars a young Peter Pan, who's the son of a plantation owner, who actually spends a lot of time with the slaves on his plantation. As such, he's yelled at and banned from the slaves, causing a hoopla, whatever, and I really don't find it all that racist. But if you ever get a chance to see this movie, I'd take it up on the offer and see for yourself. Number 1, Candleshoe. Now I know what you're saying. I've never even heard of this movie. Yes, it's one of the slew of live-action films that's been swept under the Disney rug and thankfully has not been remade as of yet. It stars a young Jodie Foster as she teams up with a con man to steal this old woman's money. During the whole masquerade, she changes her mind and teams up with the family, which then causes a conflict which is a whole bunch of fun. And I just wish everyone could see this movie. If ever you get a chance, I'd say watch it. Do whatever you can. This is a great movie. So that's it. That's my top 10 list. I'd say you should go out to the video store and watch as many of these as you can. You might even find some of them on YouTube, but not a lot of them because, like I said, not a lot of people know about them and thus wouldn't even think to post them up. But really, these are some of the greatest movies that's come out of the Disney, but since they're not animated, they've kind of gone on under the rug, and I really wish for everyone to see all of these movies.